Meanwhile, at the Brooklyn Heights apartment at Roxanne and Jack's apartment in Zach's room, Roxanne is currently curled up in Zach's bed, holding the photo of Zach. Till Jack came in and saw what his wife's doing, and as he turned and closed the door and went to where she is, and she noticed him. This was gonna be his bed, should the time come. I guess that's never gonna happen now, is it? And as Jack went and got behind his wife, and as he spooned her in bed while cuddling, while Jack is holding his wife in his arms. Meanwhile, at the Lakewood Diner in Drusilla and Rusty's office, Drusilla is sitting at the desk on the computer thinking. As Rusty came in and closed the door. Seems we're slow, but we're surely picking up out there. And as he came to where his wife is and sensed something wrong. What is it, love? And as she saw him. How you mean? You know exactly what I mean. I didn't mention this to Courtney or Damon, but I think there's something going on between Angela and Sean. And don't tell me that I'm daft. A mother knows all. Yes, which is why we sent them out there in the first place to be with the respective house. Even though they all return, I just feel there's something going on. Meanwhile, at the Brownsville Garden apartment at Mimi and Frank's apartment in the living room, Mimi and Frank are talking. So far, our son hasn't been on the news. Look, we need to form a plan like now, because it's only a matter of time before long. They are safe here. And who exactly is safe? And as Vanessa came in the living room, and Mimi and Frank saw her. Meanwhile, in the outskirts of London, England, inside the Dragon Park Academy, outside Miles' room, Xander and Miles are talking. Why did you dismiss me into looking? Never mind that. I'll handle that. Just stay in your room when not in class. Dude, I'm on restriction. I really don't have much choice of the matter. I guess you don't. And you go. And as Xander turned and walked away, while Miles went in his room and closed the door, and as he headed towards his closet. Meanwhile, in Phoebe's room, Phoebe's lying in bed crying. Till someone knocked on her door. Go away! I need to be alone! Phoebe, it's Oliver. And as Phoebe got up and went and got the door, and it's her brother who came in and closed the door, while Phoebe went and sat down in bed, while Oliver went and sat in the chair across from her, and as they faced each other. How could they kept this from me for weeks? I'm just as angry at them as you. To do this at our brother's funeral? And before you say, Ricky is your brother, paper or not. Meanwhile, in the Great Hall, Carol, Hannah, Steve, and Ryan are talking. What's going on here? It seems very tense. And as Steve looked at his wife who saw him. Well, go on, honey. Fill my brother and his wife on how... Steve, come on. Anything else you would like to get off your chest? I couldn't keep this to myself. It was hard. So rather not wait, you decided to shatter her world of who she know. Phoebe was bound to know the truth in the end. What truth? And as Ashley, Beth, and John came in, and they all saw them. Don't even think of avoiding the issue. Guys, this is hardly the place to do this. And as Ashley said something wrong with her son. What's troubling you, dear? And as Steve noticed his mom looking at him. Mom, I really don't want to do this right now. Meanwhile, in the front area where the limousine is, Gloria, Maria, and Holden all got out, along with the driver. And as he went and got their suitcase and placed it by the entrance. And as he went and closed the trunk and went to where Gloria, Maria, and Holding is. I wish you three lot good luck. This is one of the top prestigious schools in all that of England. Not to worry, dude. We'll be fine. Don't worry about the bill. It's already been taken care of. And as the driver turned and went and got in a limousine, and soon it drove away. Let's get back to Gloria, Maria, and Holden who are talking. So this is where our parents want us to go. Nice. Come on, Gloria. It's not that bad. I see it's an opportunity. A big one. I agree. Of course you side with her. Well, why don't we just get this over with? And as they went and got their stuff and went towards the entrance. Just as Doug and Tina came out and they all saw each other. You three lot must be Gloria, Maria, and Holden. I've been expecting you. Let me be the first to welcome you to Dryden Park. Meanwhile, at the Brooklyn Heights apartment at Roxanne and Jack's apartment in Zach's room, Jack is currently spooning his wife in Zach's bed. You know, dear, you're gonna have to eventually open up to who? A bunch of strangers who don't even know us by the matter? What I mean is our counselor. You remember our Aunt Dorothy. I'm certain she doesn't want you, and as Roxanne pulled up and sat up and faced Jack. Are you serious? I am not wallowing in self-pity, if that's what you're referring to. Wrong. I'm just trying to understand my wife, who's suddenly kicking off and pushing me away when I'm trying to sort this. Meanwhile, at the Lakewood Diner in Drusilla and Rusty's office, Drusilla and Rusty are talking. Honey, Angela is dating our son and been for quite some time. In fact, they were best mates beforehand. Yeah, I get that. Look, I think you're reading too much into some that could mean nothing for the matter. You think I'm insinuating this? Well, just imagine how Damon must feel. We both let them go to Paris, yeah? To make certain that the relationship stays on track. I just don't want our kids to be hurt. And as Cordy and Damien came in, surely I hope you two lot aren't talking about us. And as Drusilla and Rusty saw, come on sis, it's obviously they were. Nice to feel competent, Mom and Dad. Meanwhile, at the Brownsville Garden apartment at Mimi and Friend's apartment in the living room, Mimi and Friend are surprised by Vanessa's arrival. Welcome back, love. Oh, spare me with the entrance theatrics. Who is safe? Your brother. Which one? Because I got 3. Thomas, Nate, and Justin. Will you stop with the banter? You know exactly which one we're talking about. Thomas. Now we got a situation that requires a family participation. What is it? I'm sure you heard of what happened. You mean Ricky's death? Yeah, it's all over the news. Not to mention, he's my boyfriend's brother. Oh, so the two of you are still a couple. Interesting. Meanwhile, in the outskirts of London, England, inside the Dryden Park cabinet in Miles' room, Miles is almost in his closet till he hears someone knock on his door. And as he turned and went and got the door, and it's Tobias. I heard you got to see the tower. Not quite, man, but it did felt good getting away from here. So I take that you're more focused on absolutely. I haven't forgotten our mission. Unbeknownst to Tobias and Miles, Doug's is leading Gloria, Maria, and Holding towards their respective rooms. Let's get back to Tobias and Miles. Good. I heard the funeral is about to take place, leaving the perfect opportunity to make another move, if you know what I mean. Already ahead of you. Meanwhile, in Phoebe's room, Phoebe and Oliver are talking. I knew I could count on you to step up as me better. Thank you. No problem. I still want to go to Ricky's send-off, like I said. Your family to me. By the way, if you need a friend just to support, I'll take you on that. And as someone knocked on the door, and as Phoebe got up and went and got it, and it's Cindy. Is everything okay? Yes. And as Oliver came to where they are, and Cindy saw, I'll see you downstairs. And as Oliver went and left Phoebe's room and walked away, just as Cindy went in, with Phoebe closing the door. Meanwhile, in Gloria's room, Gloria and Doug came in, and Gloria saw the container on her bed. And this is your room. Now on your bed is the welcome kit pamphlet for the orientation we'll discuss later. And as Maria and Holding came back, thank you, Headmaster. No problem. And as Nancy arrived, and they all saw her. This is Nancy Hudson. She'll be your tour guide till you know your way around, yeah? Nice to meet you. Same here. Alright, I'ma let you lot get sorted. Do try to minimize the noise because we're having a wake downstairs. And again, welcome to Dragon Park Academy. Please excuse me. And as Doug went and left Gloria's room and walked down the hall, walking away. Meanwhile, in the Great Hall, Ashley, Beth, John, Carol, Hannah, Steve, and Ryan are talking. Alright, you remember we had Phoebe's DNA test against Yao. We thought someone was missing about trying to jinx you. Well, it turns out it wasn't the case. What do you mean? Phoebe isn't our daughter. Wait, that's impossible. Steve and I thought that as well. But we ran the test 3 times. And you just decide to drop this bomb today out of all days? Are you kidding me, John? Enough. And as the stews start coming in, and they saw, we'll deal with that whole matter later. As of now, there is somebody we're preparing to say goodbye to. Meanwhile, at the Brooklyn Heights apartment at Roxanne and Jack's apartment in Zach's room, Roxanne and Jack are talking, and as Roxanne got up and faced her husband. You're really unbelievable right now. I am trying to feel this pain of losing. In case you haven't noticed, you're not the only one. He was my son too. You know what? I expected everyone to try to trick and manipulate me into this. But not me own husband. And as Jack also got up. Wow. Say how you really feel, because I think you've been holding back for too damn long now. You blame me for this, because get out! Get out! Sorry, love. I'm not going anywhere. You can't keep avoiding this like the plague. If you're not going, then I'll go. Please don't follow me. And as Roxanne turned went and left Zach's room. Meanwhile, at the Lakewood Diner in Drusilla and Rusty's office, Drusilla and Rusty are surprised by Courtney and Damon's arrival. Always making the habit of sneaking on your parents' Don't try and twist this around, Mom. We're not. We're just bored. Oh, come off it! It was clear I didn't want the both of you to lose what mattered to you. Mom, Angela and I are doing well. Same goes for Sean and I. No thanks to me quick thinking. You're welcome, by the way. You two lot mind covering tonight. Since you're back, Dad, it's fine. It's the least we can do to repay you both for sending us to Paris. And as Cordy and Damon turned and went and left Drusilla in Rusty's office. And as they look at each other, well, seems that went well better than expected. Meanwhile, at the Brownsville Garden apartment at Mimi and Frank's apartment in the living room, Mimi, Frank, and Vanessa are talking. What sort of crazy idea do you two lot have? And what part does my boyfriend have to play? Relax. Nothing sinister is in motion. Is my brother here? Which one? You got 3. Mom, Dad, I don't have time for these games you got to play. Listen to me. You need to know where your loyalties lie. Of course, I side of you both. After all, we are Collins by blood. So what's the plan? Very touchy, dear. You're gonna have to do a little bit more than that to convince your father and I that you're serious. Which is what? I think it's time you fulfill the Cotton legacy. Unless you want some unfortunate to happen to your precious Owen Graham. Meanwhile, in the outskirts of London, England, inside the Dragon Park Academy in Miles' room, Miles and Tobias are talking. What do you mean by that? You'll see. And as Faith came in with a tray of food and saw them, Tobias, back downstairs. Your presence is needed for the wake. And as Tobias in turn went and left the room, while Faith went and set the tray on the table just as Miles got up. I don't get to see the funeral. Ricky was my friend too, and as Faith turned and faced Miles. That is the point of restriction, not being able to do what you want. But since it means a lot, I'll come and collect you momentarily since we're doing the wake back to back between years. You will be escorted there and then be watched like a hawk. And as Faith in turn went and left Miles' room. Meanwhile, in Phoebe's room, Phoebe and Cindy are talking. You look really upset, and it's not just about your brother's funeral. You can tell me anything. And as Cindy went and sat in the bed next to Phoebe. Ricky is not my brother. What? You heard right. That DNA test Carol and Steve had me take before Christmas last year was to see if I was their daughter. Oh my God. I am so sorry. Why would they drop this on you on all days today? I keep asking myself that same question. It seems me parents knew the results before New Year's. And as Faith knocked on the door and came in, which Phoebe and Cindy saw. Excuse me, Cindy, you're needed in the Great Hall. You don't have to go. Actually, I'm going as well. Meanwhile, in Gloria's room, Nancy, Gloria, Maria, and Holden are talking. Seems Ricky is well known around here. Yeah, he was a legend. Hell, I even dated him for a minute. Interesting. So, what's to do around here? What do you mean? What do you like to for fun? Oh, we have free periods after school for a walk or hang out in the courtyard, the Great Hall, showroom, or your room. So basically nothing, right? Figures. Seems like this is going to be a long year. Meanwhile, in the Great Hall, as students continued to come in and sat down. Let's get to Ashley, Beth, John, Carol, Hannah, Steve, and Ryan. We're all talking. By the way, we have prepared your rooms. That won't be necessary. Of course it is. Thank you, Beth. And as Oliver came in, and they all saw him. Hey, Aunt Hannah and Uncle Ryan. How are you two doing? Look, we know what happened, Hannah. Fine. And as Hannah went and hugged Oliver, who returned the favor, just as Lucy, Joshua, and Eric came in, and they all saw them. How are you two lot holding up? Best way we can, Dad. We'll catch up later. And as Lucy, Joshua, and Eric went and sat at their respected spots, just as Hannah and Oliver pull away. And as he looked at Ashley and John, who saw, how are you two holding up? We're doing fine, Oliver. And as Oliver looked at his parents, and as Carol and Steve saw, I don't give a damn about some paternity test you have Phoebe took. She is and will always be my sister.